We'll get you back to Wisconsin in just a moment for more of the Darrell Brooks trial. But first, major breaking news out of New Hampshire. As Court TV has just learned, the father of 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery is now accused of killing her back in 2019. It has been almost 3 years since that little girl was last seen alive. And now today, her dad, Adam Montgomery, has been charged with second-degree murder in connection to her death. What's more, this is stomach-turning. Prosecutors allege that he beat her to death. Now, in addition to the murder charge, Adam Montgomery is also going to face charges of falsifying evidence, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with witnesses. Now, over the summer, police changed Harmony's investigation from a missing persons case to a homicide investigation, announcing that biological evidence indicated she was killed. Now, as we continue gathering more and more information on this case, we're going to bring you every update right here on Court TV Live. Right now, I want to bring in my guests and get their reactions to this. I have with me criminal defense attorney Maria Barlow, standing by in Chicago, Illinois. I want to welcome her to the broadcast. And of course, attorney Daryl Cohen, criminal defense attorney, entertainment attorney, and former prosecutor, continues in the studio with me. I want to get your reactions to this news. Daryl, I'll go to you first, if I may, please.
Not stunning, not surprising. It's so sad to see a young child murdered, much less by her father. Not surprised, glad he's charged. Finally, we've cleared it up, and now it moves forward in the court. Yeah, most definitely. Maria, let me get your reaction, please, to this news.
I mean, I'm really shocked about it, only because it took so long. Like, for me, I'm like, what was the break in the case that made them charge him after 3 years, or coming up on 3 years? What was the break in this case that made them charge him? It's also just an unfortunate situation where you have the Child Protective Services coming in and out of these families' lives. Just let the child go with the family that loves this child and not take her away, not murder her. It's really an unfortunate situation.
Maria, thank you for that. Let's take a look at what the New Hampshire Attorney General John Formella said just a short time ago. Quote, "I do want to again express my deepest sympathies to Harmony's family, friends, and loved ones. We understand that today's news, while significant for purposes of this investigation, is yet another difficult moment for those who loved Harmony and those who have followed this case." End quote. Let's take a listen to some of what Adam Montgomery told investigators when he was interviewed.
You saw that reward on the news, right?
No, I did not.
Do you know that the reward is about $40,000 to find where your daughter is right now?
Okay.
When you start throwing money around like that, people come out of the woodwork that you would never expect to do.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I talked to you a few days ago.
Can I have another cigarette?
Sure. I kind of told you this thing was going to get a lot bigger.
That's not right.
And we wanted to get ahead of it.
But you're sitting there telling me that right off the rip that there was something wrong with my daughter because of me. No, that's
okay. So if your daughter had marks on her at some point when you lived over there, how would you explain those?
How would she have got those marks?
Well, I would love to know when the marks were there because DCYF came to my house multiple times.
Okay, and we know that they came there.
Right, and closed the case.
Okay. Do we know that DCYF is the flagship agency in the country?
No, but if there was significant marks like you're referring to, I believe they would have flagged something at that point and they would have said something. They wouldn't have came there and seen that the kids were well taken care of. All the kids loved being at the house with me.
Did they now? Yeah, talk about flagging something. Investigators, Daryl, are alleging that he beat that little girl with a closed fist. They are not saying whether or not they have found her body. Talk to me about this, how this might play out at trial when you have a beating allegation, a second-degree murder allegation with a 5-year-old girl's death but her body still hasn't been recovered to our knowledge.
The police obviously know more than they're telling us. We will find out as it plays out and as the evidence becomes very clear. But what they're making the allegations that he beat her with his closed fist, you almost wish there could be someone beating him with her closed fist. But from the grave, and during that trial, the prosecutors will be able to show evidence that we don't yet know as a public. We'll find out on Court TV, and we'll find out fairly closely.
Right, Daryl. And Maria, let me turn to you on this one. If this guy did what police are saying that he did, if he did beat that child with a closed fist, if there is a conviction in this case, we can bet it's not going to be pretty for him in prison.
Absolutely not. This is one of those stories that people follow for years to come. They're very hopeful for their family. They grow an attachment because they see this child so much. They feel like this is, they tie this child to someone in their family that they can relate to. And so they follow cases like this, especially with little cute children. They follow it very closely. And I'm told in prison, if you do anything to a child, you absolutely are going to pay for that. So I'm anticipating that Mr. Montgomery is definitely going to pay for whatever it is that they believe he's done to his daughter.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And I think we have a little more of him talking to investigators. Let's take a look back at some more of what he shared with them in that interrogation room.
You're not, you don't have any warrants, sir. I'm right. I got nothing to say. Adam, right? Montgomery? Yeah. Do you remember me from the Elliott Hospital from a while back, man? Yeah, I got nothing to say. Right. So, hey, man, the only thing we're trying to figure out is where Harmony is, okay? Okay. So, the concern is that you guys are sick, right? Okay. You're not in trouble. Nobody said you're losing your daughter, okay? So I want to make that clear. Okay. So, I have my body tomorrow, so just like everybody else is being on really quick. So you just need to find out where she is. That's all I'm concerned about. You're not in any trouble right now that I know of. Okay. We have no warrants. Okay. So, where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay? Right now, I have nothing to say to you guys. But that's not what I'm just asking where she is. I have nothing to say. So you don't care if your daughter's okay or not? I do. I listen, I have nothing to say. Is your daughter... If I'm under arrest, you guys can arrest me.
You have nothing to say. Your daughter is missing. You have nothing to say. Maria Barlow, let me go to you on this one, please.
That's just not the reaction of a parent. You know, your child is missing. You're going to have a strong reaction. Whether it's, hey, what are you all doing? Why do you keep questioning me? Where's my child? Why haven't you found my child? Why haven't you located my child? You're going to have questions about the whereabouts of your child. Your response is not going to be, I have nothing to say. As a parent, as a caring, concerned parent, you absolutely have something to say. Because your child, you have no idea where your child is. And even if your child is an adult, you still have concern about where they are. That this is just not good for him. That's not going to go well at trial for him. Why do you have nothing to say about a missing minor child?
Right, exactly right. You know, that omission there speaks volumes, does it not, Daryl Cohen, when these investigators are coming to him for some answers because he's that child's guardian by choice. He chose to be. There was a family that wanted to adopt little Harmony. They adopted her little brother, Jameson, and would have taken her too, but no, Adam Montgomery had asserted his parental rights. Daryl.
Adam Montgomery should have taken that child and let her live in harmony. I have nothing to say. So much better for him to have said, I can't say anything. I wish I could say something. Where's my daughter? I wished I knew where she was. But instead, I have nothing to say. That says everything about his character. It says everything about what's going to happen in this trial or a plea if it turns out to be that way. It says, I have nothing to say, says everything.
No, it really does. You know, and finally, the show is over. Investigators have enough to charge him. Of course, he's presumed innocent, just like every other criminal defendant who's accused in the United States. But this is going to be a tough one. I would imagine there's probably a lot more evidence that they're not releasing to the public. But our hearts break for everybody that loved Harmony Montgomery, her biological brother, Jameson. Our hearts break for him and his wonderful parents, Blair and Jonathan Miller.